Abre's Behavior App provides schools and districts a way to replace usually the often misplaced paper referral forms with a digital and automated workflow for tracking and learning and seeing what's happening with student behavior. It doesn't always have to be negative behavior, it can also be positive behavior, but it's a means by which you can track and really increase efficiencies within a school when working with kiddos and the behaviors that are emerging. So I'm going to walk through a brief overview on how it actually works. Right now I am in the Behavior app right into here, and I'm actually viewing this as a administrator. If I was a teacher, I'd actually only see two tabs, open and close. Keeps it pretty simple, but I'm going to walk through briefly how the process would work with a particular student. I come in here and I create a behavior incident. The first thing I'm going to do is actually select a student. I'm going to go ahead and do Danny right here, bring her over. I'll bring in this information right here and you'll notice I have two types. Personal would mean as a teacher, I'm really kind of handling it within the classroom. Office means I'm kicking off a workflow process for my admin team to actually be reviewing it. I'm going to go ahead and select office referral. You're going to put in relevant information like the date, the time, location, which can be really important for things like behavior supports. Offenses are always tied to your code of conduct. So we actually import your code of conduct that comes from your school or your school district. I'm just going to go ahead and put academic dishonesty. Victim of violence, something you can skip if you are not in Ohio district. But description of facts, details viewable by family members. This is really key. This is what will be read by mom, dad, parent, guardian. So you want to always be pretty clear on what you're writing right here. I'm going to go ahead and put cheated on a test. Keep it pretty basic. And then the additional information right here is viewed by the administrator. This is where as a teacher I can flesh out, give more context, do all that good razzy jazz stuff, put that right here. I will note that descriptions and that information available to family members will never be viewable by the family members until an admin has actually viewed it and verified that things are legit and good. So coming in here I can add some really cheated, for example. And then consequences, I actually wouldn't see this necessarily as a teacher, but I'm seeing it right now as an administrator because I can go ahead and skip to the end, if you will, from just the screen as a principal. If I had a student come in and I need to issue a behavior incident, I can go everything from putting in the information to delivering the consequence and go from beginning to end. But I'm not, because I'm going to go through this process. So when I hit save, goes right here, and now it goes into the queue tab. And if I was a principal or an assistant principal within the building, I would get an email notification, or I could just have this tab open up in my computer and I could see that it actually came in. So now I see Danny's right here, this incident, here it is, cheating, etc. I might have a conversation, I might learn more. One of the nice things is we actually have this quick look. So as a administrator, I can come in and actually have a full context of Danny and see what's going on here. I might see that they have behavior plans or, understand some circumstances of what might be going on in life with Danny, but I can have that full picture before I figure out the next course of action. But if I close out of here, come back to here, notice I can edit this areas right here, but I am going to give a consequence. This one I'm just going to say, hey, we're going to give you a conference, and we are going to conference on the Monday. Come right in here. We're going to do it through Monday. It's going to be one day. And I can generate a report right here, so you're actually allowed to upload different types of report, but these are the paper copies you might want to send home with the kiddo when they go to see their parent. But go right here, and I could click served if they've actually done this, but I'm going to hold off on this again to show the previous or show the workflow and how this works. I can add multiple consequences, and likewise, if I come right into here, view previous incidences, I can actually see everything that's done before that Danny has done, so I can have the full context of what's going on. I can duplicate incidences, which can be really handy when you're dealing with an incident with multiple students, and they basically are in the office for the same reason, basically to kind of make it really, really quick and fast. I'm going to go ahead and hit save, though, to continue to focus on. Now it goes into the verification tab. The verification tab is used for people within the school or school district who might have to just verify that the student has done what they said they were going to do. So for example, if they're showing up to a after school detention, for example, and you really want to mark that, yep, they're actually there. So I could come in here and hit served, hit saved, and now the incident has been closed. At this point, the teacher will receive a notification saying Danny has had a consequence assigned. She served it. It's right there. And likewise, the family member can actually see this on their student app and actually see that, oh, this was actually what happened. Here's where it is, et cetera, et cetera. But you can see how that actually fits. One of the cool things about behavior is you can come over here and generate reports. You can always download all the data that you as a district or a school building are doing. Likewise, you can come in here to the behavior graphs and really come in and actually see, hey, what's going on in my school or school district? You can start to see great things like referrals by time of day, who are your common submitters, who are your common frequent flyers for kiddos. And you can download all this information to do some analytics on your own if you would like to do. You can do good things like filter by building, teacher, etc. But really, the purpose of the behavior app is to give a full picture of what's going on, what's happening within your school with your kiddos, so you can make really informed decisions on how best to support your school community. We do, depending on your student information system, actually report back to the student information system. We have that capability, assuming that your SIS actually allows us, but it can be a two-way communication that happens as well. So that's an overview very quickly of the Abre behavior app. You can go in and actually get greater details by visiting our help documentation or just visit abre.io.